A fish? Oh yeah, second cast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another mystery tackle box video. I'm Matt from SBFishing TV, and we're gonna be talking about fishing the drop shot. So it is finally coming up to winter. The water temperature is about 48 degrees, and this is the time you really need to start downsizing and fishing more finesse style baits. So the two baits we're gonna be taking a look at today, we have the 10,000 fish shimmer swimmer, and then we have some of the 10,000 fish shimmer shads as well. And these are some of my favorite drop shot baits. I've caught some really big fish on these. They mimic a bait fish just perfectly, and this is exactly the size bait fish that we're going to be kind of going after today. And we're going to rig these up on some drop shots, and we're going to go over some drop shot tips and hopefully catch a few fish out here today. 48 degrees, it's pretty cold, but hopefully the fish are still biting. All right, first things first, I'm going to start myself off with a fresh leader. So I usually run 20-pound braid to an 8 to 12-pound fluorocarbon leader. Today I'll be using 10-pound fluorocarbon. You can see there's not nearly enough on there. As far as my drop shot setup, I'm using a 7-1 medium light spinning rod. And again, 20-pound braid to an 8 to 12-pound fluorocarbon leader, just depending on what kind of cover that we're going to be fishing. If it's open water, you can go down to 8 or even 6 sometimes, but if you're going to be fishing in rocky areas, oh wow, there's a bunch of bait right here. If you're fishing in rocky areas or areas that have a little bit more wood, that's when you want to upsize that fluorocarbon. I usually give myself like a 6 to 8 foot leader too, which is what I'm going to do right now, and then rig up a drop shot. Okay, so the connection knot that I use to connect the braid and fluorocarbon together, I believe is called an Albright knot. You just double over your fluorocarbon, you run the braid through the loop there, and then you're gonna wrap it all the way around that fluorocarbon 5 times up, 5 times down, and then you're gonna stick it back to that loop, wet it up really good, and then pull it tight. You just gotta pull all the tag ends and main lines together. And there you go, that's a really strong freaking knot. It's my favorite leader knot. All right, so when we're rigging our drop shot up, pretty simple, very simple. I'm using a number 2 Sticky's drop shot and wacky rig hook. You're just gonna tie a Palomar knot to start this drop shot hook. You wanna leave a lot of tag ends so you have space to put the weight on underneath. Bloop. And the quick tip for this, so that's the weight's gonna go down here. You don't want your hook getting all crazy like that, so a lot of people know this tip, but I always like to share it. You just stick that tag in back through the eye of the hook, and it'll keep that hook standing straight out. That's how you want it. I'm gonna be using a 1/4 ounce drop shot weight. Slide that line through, pull it up, and we're good to go. I'm gonna start with the shimmer shad today. We're gonna try 2 different techniques. Just fishing this shimmer shad is like as a standard drop shot technique, just letting it sink to the bottom and just slowly lift the rod and let it fall. And then we're gonna pick up the shimmer swimmer and then sort of drag it along the bottom and see if that gets bit, which I have a good feeling it will. There you go, it is all rigged up and ready to go. That's what your drop shot's gonna look like. I was literally just letting that drop shot sit there. Really not too much you need to do with this bait. I like to drag it along the bottom, just give it a couple of small hops here and there, and then just let it sit, let that bait do its thing. The cool thing about the shimmer shad is it has that really, really skinny tail, so even the lightest little moves of the line are gonna make it bounce and just give that shimmer shad action. Just really, you really wanna maintain bottom contact with that weight. You don't want the weight coming off the bottom unless you're really just trying to hop it or move it along a little quicker. But when you're presenting this drop shot, you want the weight to stay locked on the bottom. All right, drop shot fanatics. Let's see if we can catch some drop shot fish. A fish? Oh yeah, second cast. There we go, boys. Shimmer shad getting it done. Second cast with a drop shot too. You gotta love it. Man, these fish are fighting pretty good. Shoot. Nothing crazy, but I mean, I'm happy with it.
Look at that, pinned right in the roof of the mouth, right where you want it. Pretty fish.
There we go, boys. Second cast with a drop shot, fishing that shimmer shad. Nothing crazy, but it's like, I don't know, 1.25 pounds. It's always nice to catch them on the second cast. I really think that that shimmer shad also is mimicking this bait fish, or the bait fish that we saw earlier, so perfectly that it's just gonna be lights out all day. I really do. Beautiful fish. Let's get her back. All right, let's talk really quickly about where we should be fishing this drop shot. Honestly, pretty much anywhere. I like fishing it on, you know, bluff walls in the winter, bridge pilings, points, and any sort of deeper water that you can find congregations of bait. So if you're finding a lot of bait fish and you can mimic them really easily with something like this shimmer shad or the shimmer swimmer, drop this thing down and they are going to eat it. One quick tip that I like to do, I don't have any with me today, but if you have any dye, you hit that tail with a little bit of chartreuse or red, and that will help the fish target in on your bait when there's, you know, 10,000 other live shad or whatever it may be swimming around with it. So it's a quick tip for you. So the bite that you're going to feel with the drop shot, it'll vary. Sometimes it'll feel like just mush, kind of like you picked up a bunch of leaves or grass, and then you'll notice your line running off, and sometimes you'll feel the fish hit it pretty darn hard. And when it comes to the hook set, you don't really need to go gung-ho on them. You don't need to slam it. You just gotta just reel down and then lean into it. That sticky's hook is super sharp, and the way that we have it rigged up, it'll end up right in the roof of their mouth. We are gonna switch up from the shimmer shad, go over to the shimmer swimmer. I'm gonna try fishing this a little bit different too. I'm gonna actually just let this thing sink to the bottom and then slowly drag it back to the boat so that tail is kicking a bunch, and just try to see if we can get a bit more of a reaction strike from it. There we go. Shimmer swimmer fish. Come on up here. Oh yeah, look how healthy that fish is. What a chunk. We'll take it. Fish number 2, boys. Just seriously slowly dragging this thing along and bouncing along the rocks down there. I mean, that is a fatty. Oh, I love catching drop shot fish. It's so fun. Pretty fish. Not bad. You can see here, he's got that dirt, kind of mud on his belly. He's sitting on the bottom. He's locked down. There we go. Another bass. There we go, boys. Got one on the swimmer. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, no. Well, I guess that's the end of the video. Shoot. Broke my spinning rod. That sucks. Boat flipping this little dude. There you have it. Shimmer swimmer. Broken rod. There you go, boys. Another little drop shot fish. See? All right, you guys, that's where we're gonna finish this one off. A few fish, broken rod, good times. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned a little bit about drop shot fishing. Make sure you guys throw that shimmer shad and the shimmer swimmer on your drop shots this winter. Go out and catch some fish in this cold water. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one.